Very good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Vikrant Sudhakar Palekar. I am working as assistant professor in Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar, Palghar. This is the third video we are preparing for the IUPAC nomenclature. In this particular session, we are going to see the IUPAC nomenclature for spirocompounds. Spirocompounds is a type of bicyclic compound which contain two ring systems, but they only contain one carbon atom common in between them. They may be hydrocarbons or derivatives containing double bonds, or they may contain any other functional group. In the last lecture or last video, we have seen the bicyclocompounds. So basic difference between spirocompounds and bicyclocompounds we must identify. Bicyclocompounds contain two carbon atom common, while in case of the spirocompounds they contain one carbon atom common. As I have told you, the spirocompounds contain only one carbon atom in common between the two rings. These particular compounds are called as spirenes or spirocyclic compounds. In this particular structure, the carbon atom number 4, this particular carbon atom is spirocarbon atom because which is common to this particular ring A and this particular ring B. Okay, so this is a basic difference we have to identify in case of the spirocompounds. Now we will see what are the rules by which we can give the nomenclature to spirocompounds. Rule number 1, we have to use the word spiro as a prefix. As in case of the bicyclocompounds, we have used the word bicyclo. So we have to start with the word spiro, then followed by the bracket containing the number of carbon atom in each ring in the increasing order. In the bracket, we have to write down the number of carbon atoms in smaller ring first and then larger ring. For this particular compound, this ring is a smaller one and this particular ring is larger one. Okay, so this is how we have to identify. So our bracket must contain, so this particular ring contains 1 2 3, so 3 followed by the dot, then number of carbon atom in this ring, that is larger ring, 1 2 3 4 5. So our bracket contains only 2 digits with number of chains. In case of the spirocompounds, you have only 2 chains, while in case of the bicyclocompound you have 3 chains. Okay, so what we'll have now, we will write in the bracket 3 as 3.5, right? So this is how we have to give the numbering. So the square bracket is followed by the name of the parent alcohol. Once we write the bracket, then we have to count down the number of carbon atoms and then we have to write the name of parent alkane equal to the number of carbon atoms present in the ring. Okay, so this is how we have to remember. So in this particular compound, 9 carbons are present. So what will the name, parent alkane name? Nonane. Okay, so this is how we can write the numbering. So what will the IUPAC name for this particular spirocompound? Spiro in the bracket 3.5 nonane. Okay, while giving the numbering, we have to follow that we have to start numbering from that carbon atom which is adjacent to spiro atom. You can start numbering from smaller ring. Either you can start numbering from this particular carbon in the clockwise direction, or you can start numbering from this particular carbon as a 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't matter. Remember, when we want to give the numbering, we must start numbering from smaller ring and carbon atom which is adjacent to spiro carbon atom or spiro atom, right? So numbering must start from smaller to larger ring. Okay, we have to remember it. In case of the bicyclo, we do reverse. We start numbering with from larger carbon, larger ring to smaller ring. So this is a major difference we must remember when we have to give the nomenclature. Suppose if your compound contain substituent, if your compound is substituted hydrocarbons, then what we have to remember? Again the same basic IUPAC rule. The substituent should get minimum number. While giving numbering, we have to give numbering in such a way that your substituent should get minimum number. But remember, the numbering must start from smaller ring, that too from the carbon which is adjacent to spirocarbon atom. Okay, so for this particular compound, how we can give the nomenclature? First we have to write the word spiro, then followed by the bracket. Okay, but as your compound contains substituent, so then your name must contain the number of the substituent and the substituent name. So in this case what will happen? 4-chloro, then spiro, then bracket. In bracket we have to see the number of carbon atoms in the smaller ring. How many? Only 2. Then in this particular ring, how many? 1, 2, 2, 3. So your bracket must contain 2.3. And then name of the parent. How many carbon atoms are there? 6. So hexane. So this is how we can give the numbering in case of the substituted spiro compounds. So what will name? First 4-chloro, then spiro, then the bracket contain 2.3 hexane, right? So while giving the numbering, we have to give number in such a way that the substituent should get number. While giving the numbering, we can start from this carbon or we can start from this carbon, but our aim should be that the substituent should get minimum number. This we have to remember. Let us see one by one examples. Okay, try to give the names. Suppose this is a compound. So once we see the structure, we must be in a position to identify whether this particular compound is bicyclo or spiro. In case of the spiro compound, very simple. Only one carbon atom is common. So this particular carbon atom is common to both the rings. In case of the bicyclo, there are 2 carbon. So what will be the name? Spiro. As both the rings contain equal number of carbons. In this ring 2, in this ring 2. So bracket must contain 2.2 and numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 means pentane, right? This is how we can give the numbering. Next structure, spiro, bracket 2, then in this particular ring, larger ring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our bracket contains 5 and total number of carbons, how many? 8. So octane, right? This we have to remember. Remember, numbering must be started from smaller ring. From this carbon you can start or from this carbon. Next, very simple, spiro, then 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 2.4, and maximum number of carbons, that is parent alkane, is, as there are 7 carbon atoms. Okay, then heftane. The numbering you can go either in the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise there. Unless your compound is plain hydrocarbon, you should not bother. Now it is a substituted compound. Now this particular compound contains substituent, that is, what is the substituent? Bromo. Okay. Once we see the structure, we can identify this ring also contains same number of carbon, this ring also contains same number of carbons. Okay. So numbering can start from any one of the carbon. But preference, I should start numbering from this carbon ring, this ring. If you start numbering from this particular ring, then the number to bromo will get higher. So start numbering from this, start from this particular carbon. So what will the name? 2-bromo spiro 3.3, and total number of parent alkane heptane, right? Again the rings are same, and your substitute, what is the substituent? Methyl, that too is the 1 position. So what will the name? 1-methyl spiro 3, in this ring 3, and maximum number of carbons are 7. So what will name? Heptane. Understanding? Now for this particular molecule, once we see the molecule, so I can easily understand this particular compound is spiro. Then I can see there are 2 substituents. Which are the 2 substituents? One this one and another is this one, and both the substituents are fortunately same. Which are the substituent? Methyl. So methyl ring is for 2 times, then we have to use the word di. Okay. So as both the rings are uneven, so this is a smaller ring, this one is the larger ring. So ultimately we have to start numbering from clockwise direction, that too from this carbon. I have option, I can start from here also, but what will happen? The number to methyl will get higher, so I will move in the clockwise direction. So what will the name? 1,5 dimethyl spiro, then in the bracket 1, 2, 3, 3 dot 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and number of carbons 8, so octane. So this is how we can give the names to spiro compounds which contain only hydrocarbons. Now we are going to see the unsaturated spirines or unsaturated spiro compounds. Unsaturated means the spiro compounds which contain the carbon-carbon double bond. So once your compound contain carbon-carbon double bond, then what suffix you need to use? If you contain only one carbon-carbon double bond, then we have to use -ene. Suppose there are 2 double bonds, then -dine. Your suffix must be this. Now your compound is from unsaturated type. So what should be the rule? The numbering, while giving the numbering, we have to take precaution that the carbon-carbon double bond should get minimum or lowest possible number. Okay, that too using the suffix ene or diene. Okay, now let us see for this molecule. Okay, this is a spiro compounds, both the rings are of equal carbon atoms. Then what should I start? Again prefix spiro, then followed by bracket this ring 3 carbon atom, this ring again 3 carbon atoms, then spiro 3.3, then maximum number of carbons is 7. Now our compound is unsaturated one, then we have to use ene, but we must tell the position of carbon-carbon double bond. As the carbon-carbon double bond is in between the carbon number 1 and 2, so what will the name? Hept 1 in. So this is how we can give the numbering. Now let us see this particular molecule. Okay. Now when I see this particular structure, what I can identify, this is a spiro compound, then this is a compound which contain 2 double bond, then what should come in my mind? I must use the word or suffix diene. Okay. Then I have to see the numbering so that I should get minimum number to carbon-carbon double bonds. Okay. So this is how we can give the numbering. I will start with the word spiro, then the bracket, then I will identify which ring is smaller and which ring is, so this one is smaller, this one is, sorry, this one is larger, right? So in the bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 4.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 4.5, then highest number of carbons 10, deca, dash 1, 6, diene. So this is how we can give the numbering. Next, again the diene system, then count down the bracket, see the bracket, 1 in this particular ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, so bracket 4, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and total number of carbon 10, so deca. Then write down the position of carbon-carbon double bond in between 1 and 2, so 1, in between 6 and 7, so 1, 6, diene, right? Again diene system, spiro, bracket 3, in this particular ring, dot 3 dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and highest number of carbon 9, so nona dash 1, 5, diene. Next, now our compound is having functional group other than the hydrocarbons. So what is the functional group? COH, means we have to use the word carboxylic acid. Okay, but that too carboxylic acid is 2 times, then I have to use the word di. So what should be the suffix? Dicarboxylic acid. Okay, so I will start numbering from this carbon. I can start numbering either from this carbon this way, even if I start from this carbon, doesn't matter, the numbering will come same, as both the rings contain same number of carbon atoms. So what will be the name? Spiro, in the bracket 3.3, highest number of carbon 7, so heptane, 2, 6, dicarboxylic acid. You remember this structure? Next one, now our compound contains substituent, that 2 substituents are different, one is amino, another is methoxy group, right? So once your compound contains substituent, that 2 are different, then what do we have to use? Which particular rule we need to use? Alphabetical order. Okay, amino and methoxy, so which come first? Amino comes first, so 1 amino dash 6 methoxy, spiro 3.4 octane. Okay, the numbering, yeah, this way you have to move. Okay, you can move in this way also, but what will happen in that case? Your 6 methoxy group will get higher number, that's why we choose that particular option. Now this structure looks difficult. No, it's not difficult. We have to ask questions in mind. What this particular compound contain? Carbon double bond oxygen, so this is a carbonyl compound, that too this particular compound is type of ketone from the ketone family. Okay, so when we have to use the word, in case of the ketone, what suffix we need to use? ONE. Okay, but this particular structure, there are 2 carbonyl groups. Okay, so we have to use the word dione. Okay, you can invert this structure also, in this way also you can write straight away. Then the start numbering, both the rings contain equal number of carbons, though, so there is no question, start from any one of the adjacent carbon atoms. So what will the name? Spiro. This ring contain how many carbons? 4. This ring contain how many carbons? 4. So 4.4. Parent nonane. So 1 6 at 1 and 6 position. We are having carbonyl group at 1 and 6 position. So what will be there? 1 6 dione. So this is how we have to remember. So remember the nomenclature for IUPAC nomenclature for the spiro compounds. Now we will see the IUPAC nomenclature for biphenyls. What are the biphenyls? Biphenyl. These are the compound which contain two phenyl ring which are joined by means of a carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. So this is a aromatic compound having the molecular formula C5H5 2 times. In this particular structure, what we will find, the phenyl ring is joined to another phenyl ring by means of a single carbon-carbon double bond. So this is a single bond which is connecting to phenyl rings. So what is the name? Biphenyl. Okay. So this particular bond is pivotal. Pivotal means what? It can easily rotate. So these rings can flip in the other planes also. So what are the biphenyls? They contain two benzene rings joined by means of a carbon-carbon single bonds. So such kind of compounds are called as a phenyl or diphenyl. You have to remember. Then again I have told you this particular bond is pivotal. So it undergoes very free rotation. In rules, IUPAC rules, while giving the numbering, what we have to remember, just read it. The numbering of carbon atom begins from carbon atom which joins two benzene rings. Means the numbering must start in the both the rings from this particular carbon, 1 and this. We have to start numbering from that carbon atom which is joined by means of a single bond. Okay, this how also once we start numbering, we can go in the clockwise direction also, or we can go in the anti-clockwise. As there are 6 carbons in one phenyl rings, so anyhow we can go. In one of the rings, suppose if we give the numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6, then in another ring we have to give the numbering as 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash 4 dash 5 dash 6 dash. Okay. While giving the numbering, only thing you have to remember, you must start numbering from these carbon atoms. Okay. Either you can, when you want to give the numbering, either you can go in the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, doesn't matter. In this ring also you can give the numbering from any way. Again the substituent is present, then you have to give the numbering in such a way that the substituent should get minimum number. Let us see this particular structure. This is a substituted biphenyl. Okay. So what we can see in this particular ring, there is a substituent at ortho position. This 2 position is ortho position. This 2 position is ortho position for this particular ring. So we have the 2 substituent. These two substituent are in the different ring. So one in one ring means in this particular ring it is at 2 position, while in this particular ring it is at 2 dash position. So what will the name? 2, 2 dash dimethyl biphenyl. So this particular structure is called as a biphenyl, but it is this one is a substituted. Okay. Remember what will the name? 2, 2 dash. The substituent 2 dash means it is in the another ring. Okay. This is how you have to give the numbering. While giving the numbering, we must remember that the substituent should get minimum number. For this numbering, we have moved in this direction. Okay. Why? Because we want this particular methyl should get minimum number. Okay. If we would have started from this way, what will happen? This particular carbon would get 6 number. So it will be higher. In this way also we have moved in this way. Okay, we rather have moved in this direction also, but what happened, the substituent will get highest number. So that's why what we need to think, your substituent should get minimum number. Okay, next, when I see the structure, what I can see, this is a structure which is from the biphenyl family. Then it has a substituent sulfonic acid. That 2 sulfonic acid group is for 2 times, so it is a 2,2-disulfonic acid. And in both the rings, the substituent is present in ortho position of the ring. So what will the name? Diphenyl, or you can write biphenyl also. Biphenyl 2,2-disulfonic acid. As there is a sulfonic acid 2 times, so disulfonic acid. Again the same structure what we have seen in the last slide, but only the position of methyl group is different. Okay, in this ring the methyl group is at 2 position, so that's why 2, while in this case it is present at 3' position. So what will the name? 2,3-dimethyl biphenyl. So what will happen in this particular structure? This is again the biphenyl containing functional group. Functional group is which one? COH. Okay. So what should be our aim while giving the numbering? This particular substituent should get minimum number. That's why we have started numbering in this way, in this ring. While in this ring we are in the opposite direction. Okay. So what will the name? Diphenyl 2,2-dicarboxylic acid. This is another structure where you will find 4 substituents are there, that two substituents are same, while again in the 2 substituents are different. So even though the structure looks very complicated, but naming is very simple. So how we can give the naming? Again alphabetical order. There are 2 substituents, chloromethyl, so chloro should get chloro will get first number, even though it will get higher number, doesn't matter. So what will the name? 4,4-dichloro dash. Now it's turn off for methyl, 2,3-dimethyl biphenyl. Apply the same rules. Now the structures will contain 4 substituent. Again 2 substituent, methyl, methoxy. So start numbering in the clockwise direction for this ring, anti-clockwise direction. Again different substituent. We need to identify the which substituent is present. Then we have to follow the alphabetical order. Then we have to found. So if we find there are 3 substituent, 2 nitro and 1 methoxy, and one of the functional group. When we see the COH group, so it is a functional group. Like when COH group, we have to write the dicarboxylic acid. Simple structure. What will the name? In this case we will start numbering from this way, 1 2 3 4. So this will get 4 and this will get 4 dash, right? So what will the name? 4,4 dash diamino biphenyl or diphenyl. See this structure, many times asked in the examination. Again dicarboxylic acid and dinitro. So what should be our motto? The COH group should get minimum number. As COH group is functional group, so COH should get minimum number. Even though the nitro group get higher number, doesn't matter. Now at the last we will see question answer pattern. Now whatever the structures we have seen in the earlier part, we have seen first structure and then written its name. But vice versa practice also we need to have, so that we can give very easily name. So we need to draw the structure of the following compounds. What is the structure? Spiro 2.4 hepta 4,6-diene. So when I see the structure, I need to concentrate on the bracket. What is the bracket told me? It is a spiro compound. So spiro means I need to write one common carbon atom which has 4 branches. Then at one side, how many? 2. This one is 1, this one is 2. Then at this particular side, what is 4? So I need to find out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, in this way. Or rather, we can write 5 membering basically. Okay, so how can I give the numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it's a heptacompound. So this is how we can write the names. So this is the structure, right? In this particular ring there are 4 carbon atoms, so it is basically 5 member ring. So it is a 2 carbon atoms, it is a 3 member 2. So this is how we can give the numbering or structure. Draw the structure of 3,4 dinitro-biphenyl. So biphenyl, I will draw first the structure of biphenyl only. Okay, once I draw the structure, I will give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 6 dash. Okay, what I can see, this is a substituent. What is the substituent? Dinitro, means there is a nitro group at 3 position and 4 dash position. What is the position? 3 position, this one. And what is the 4 dash position? This one. So what I can write here? Nitro, here also nitro. Okay, so this is your structure. So this is how we can give the we can also write the structures. So this is a structure what we have asked. So practice it, remember the simple rules which I have seen. So it will become very simple in order to give the names to the Spiro compounds. With the help of remembering the rules and numbering, how we can start numbering from which particular ring to which particular ring the substance should get minimum bar. These rules we need to remember, practice it well, draw the structures. Thank you.